Came across this video here a couple of days ago. It's a perfect example of how our social norms have changed over the years and how much politics has crept into our everyday conversation and lifestyles. This lady is not happy. This man has an F. Joe Biden welcome mat on the front of his porch, and she flipped it over. She didn't like the message, and he's going to now accost her about this and have a word. And at the end, I'm going to tell you how I weigh in on this. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you pick my rug back? Can you pick my rug back up? Because I saw that you flipped it over earlier. It was not bothering you or anyone.
So it was definitely her. I guess he saw her flipping his rug over.
Sir, I don't think it's appropriate.
It does not matter.
I live here.
It does not matter what you deem appropriate. Nobody else has said anything about it. That does not give you the right to touch anything on my damn porch. You can go up there and tell your goddamn husband to come see me when I come home.
Now she's walking away, and he continues the argument.
I'll be home at 5:30. Make sure you out. Make sure you're there, ma'am, so you come down and talk. Take your shake ass upstairs.
Sir, do you want to talk to me again?
How can I help you?
Look, I'm not trying to be ugly, and I'm not trying to cause any scene with you whatsoever. We live in a family environment here. I have children here too. To me, having the F word on your doormat is not respectful of anyone that lives here.
And it's not respectful of you to touch my property. It's not bothering anybody. I have my neighbors across the hall.
I'll pay you for your mat. I will pay you for your mat, but get that out of here. I don't know what made you change it to something so ugly as that, but I'm not going to. No, that's not the environment.
I've heard you stand in front of my Ring doorbell and talk about me, which was inappropriate of you. When you know.
What did I say about you? I haven't said anything about
ma'am, you can lie to Jesus Christ if you feel that is the truth. I don't care. You have talked about me in front of my Ring doorbell. I have proof of it. I have no reason to lie on you, make anything up on you, ma'am. So please, you could just move away from my door. Do not touch anything. You have been reported to the office. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right. So who's in the right? I'm going to have to side with the woman on this one. He has an F. Joe Biden mat. She flipped it over. She didn't like the message. And now he's upset about it. And he's talking to her. I'm now going to tell you the reason why I'm going to side with her on this one. Number one, she didn't damage the mat or deface it or anything. She simply turned it upside down. The other issue is that it's profanity, and she doesn't want to see that profanity displayed in front of her kids. I have a tendency to kind of go along with her on that. If you want to have an F. Joe Biden mat inside your apartment, you can do it. You place it outside into the public, and things change. I also will note that she walked away from him. He kept talking to her and then told her to go get her husband. No. You don't do that. If you got an issue with her, you talk to her. Then you'll notice that when she came back down, he brought up some other incident where they had gotten into an altercation. Wait, I thought this was about the mat. When did it become acceptable to use F-bombs in public? I am sick of it. And this is ruining discourse. Look, if he had a pro-Trump rug there and she flipped it over, then he'd be in the right. But she clearly pointed out the profanity. She didn't like it. She did what I think a lot of people would do. They would say, look, I'm not going to damage his property. I'm not going to steal it from him or anything like that. I'm just going to turn it over so that people don't see this. And quite frankly, his whole mannerism here seems to be that he wants to get into an altercation with her. He wants to argue politics or the law or something like that. She doesn't seem to be interested. She flips the rug over. He accosts her about it, and she tries to get away. With some respect to her, she came back down. She didn't go get her husband. She came back down, rang the bell, and said, look, I'm going to explain why I did this. As much as people would say that she's a Karen, I think he's the bigger Karen. Somebody flipped your rug upside down, and you don't like it, so you're going to get into an altercation over it. Big whoop. They flipped your rug upside down. So what? Don't be such a wuss. So, sorry, I know all of you MAGA types are going to say, oh, he's gone full woke. He's gone full woke. No, I just don't like profanity. I don't like it blasted in front of kids. Yeah, I've used some cuss words on my show occasionally, all right? Mostly when I've had a few drinks. But, this going out into public around kids and yelling profanities, no, I'm not going to go for that. I'm really tired of it. And frankly, I'm going to have to side with her on this one. Sorry, gang.
You get a life, you mad old boy. You don't. Apparently you don't, you old heifer. Get on up them steps.
And so he calls her a mad old hog, completely uncalled for. Complains about her coming down and ringing her doorbell when he told her earlier that she was to go get her husband and have him come down and talk to him about this. So, yeah, he comes across as the bigger jerk of the two here. I also want to mention one more thing. You'll notice that he had his video camera out and ready. And I have issues with that. If you have a problem with this neighbor, there's no need for you to record it and broadcast it on social media. Don't drag us into your issues. If you have a problem with her, you take care of it yourself. Now, if you had suspected that she was involved in a crime, I could understand that. But this looks to me like you're just trying to drag the audience onto your side of an argument. And that can be seen as a form of cyberbullying. Like my video, subscribe to my channel. Or don't like it and unsubscribe, I suppose.